Hi, my name's Damara. This is Sunday morning again, and I'm going to be continuing with my 3-month reading for each astrological sign. And today we're going to go on to the next air sign, and this is going to be Gemini. I did Libra last week. So I'm using the Goddess Oracle cards that I use daily for my life readings that I do for people all over the world. I'm going to try and free up a few spaces so that I can put these onto my channel for people who may want a life reading, which is basically 1.5 hours. And we ask Spirit for guidance, and these are the things that you need to bring to fruition or change in your life that come up in the life reading. But at the moment I'm fully booked up, but I am going to try and do that, so watch for that in the description. So Gemini, please come through for us and give us the guidance that we need to give for Geminis for the next 3 months, which actually takes us up to the Christmas season, doesn't it? These don't want to move anymore. I'm going to stop there. Let's see what the first card is going to give us. Okay, so this is going to be centered on the wisdom that the Geminis in the air sign grouping bring to our advancement through to the new world. And this is Sophia. And the first card out on a life reading is the first card of 9, that will show us what the reading's about. So this is how can Geminis do this. Geminis often have a very bouncy mind, a mind that goes from one subject to another, one topic to the other in their mind. And if they don't do the disciplines, they can have a crazy life where they don't hold on to anything solid and work with it for a long time, or they don't even hold on to some people for very long either. So let's take that guidance and see what else is going to come out here for Geminis. And this is a card that came out for Libra during, I think it was Libra during the week, or it was in the Libra 3-month reading. And it's probably going to come out somewhere for all of the signs. This is about truly nourishing yourself. And when we talk about nourishment, this is the corn woman goddess. And she shows us through the food, but food takes many forms. And what we're talking about here is nourishment on the highest level in all of the different values of food for our temple that we operate through on this planet. So we're talking about physically, so food should be pure, clean, and energetic. We're talking about emotions, which need to be at the appropriate level for your development right now, and not the huge fiery field that sits around you and everybody can feel you walk in a room because you have anger issues or victim issues. They can be the opposite, actually. Victim, where this person is walking in by their posture in a victim mode, and their energy follows through first. And it can be very icky and weak in a kind of toxic way when they are playing the victim. So we're talking about emotions here which need to be in balance. We're talking about a mental state that needs to be clear and free running and in authenticity. And we're talking about feeling the spiritual light of that person because they are working on that field. So for Gemini, you're being asked to nourish yourselves on all the 4 levels, the 4 big levels: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual for this coming 3 months, because it's going to be so important for your future ahead for the next 10 years. I'm getting here. And this is how you put your house in good flowing order. Now, for a Gemini, they can be very off and on with a lot of things they do in life. and not ones that have truly worked on themselves, because what you get then is a Gemini who's truly flexible and can move when needed to one thing and another. But when you're in a more toxic state or a more unaware state, it's going to be pretty chaotic. So this is beautiful, goddess of order. And look how she sits. She doesn't sit within black and white, strong rules of order. She's not in a square here. She's in flowing order, and she is the goddess sitting on her own throne that knows what order is for her, so nobody else has to tell her. So this is when you've brought through your wisdom, you're nourishing yourself. Your life will be flowing order. It means that you can change in an instant, but it will be a rightful change and not one through being flighty. She has a beautiful energy over her head here. So we're looking for more clearness and order with our Geminis this month, who form a big part. They are one of the 12 astrological signs. So as we move forward with all the players who are well awake and playing with the light now in order to bring this new world through, there are a lot of Geminis. And Geminis also have to be aware that part of this order is their home base. Because we all need, in the physical body, we all need a base to come back to. And Hestia is the goddess of home. So that's more important than some Geminis realize. Because it's our safety point. It's our recovery point when we end up back home. But in the middle here for Geminis for the next 3 months, we have a crossroads, and this is a big one. This is a life-changing one. It's not unknown to them either. They know within. This is what I'm being given by Spirit really solidly here. This isn't something unknown. It's sitting under the nourishment, so it's going to be something to do with they need to make a change in order to look after themselves, and it's a big one. But it has to be done to move you on to the next part of your life blueprint. So take heed of that, big heed. They're like shining a golden star over this. Because this is what you're going to receive. You're going to receive the golden light. You're going to receive the star. It's like being a child at school when they used to give us stars. They certainly did in my day, which is many decades back now. But we would be given stars. It was rather disappointing if you didn't get one, so they should have probably handed out more. But here, you're going to get a star, a gold star, for making this really big life decision. You know what the crossroads is now. You're actually standing at the crossroads, but every now and again you keep stepping back and getting into the old world that you've been a part of. This is not helping you. They're coming down really strong on this. Geminis, you've got to shift through this crossroads. No decision is a decision, they're saying here. And they're saying you have this 3 months to seal this off. They're saying seal it off. So you cannot go back into that past toxic lifestyle. More toxic for some people than others. But for every Gemini, you know what I'm talking about here. You know what they're saying to you. What's going to follow that one? This is about bringing through. Let me just show you the crossroads card, because that's the card in the middle, touching every card in your reading here. So keep that as a visual. But this is to do with your sensuality being used in the right way. You as the man or woman, with your intimacy and your choice to share with people the deeper aspects of yourself. And this is now moving in, or needs to move into the good side of this, the loving side of this, the intimacy for intimacy's sake, where you're truly sharing the higher parts of you, the deeper parts of you that combine to be your real self. So that is such an important crossroads to take, that you leave behind it's like, God, they're giving me words like groveling around in the dirt. I mean, that's not cool. That's not cool for anybody. But if there is parts of your life where you feel like you're doing that, get out of there. Get some incense burning. I'm also getting this here. This is really powerful because you need to clear some of this toxic energy that's around you, but also it's going into like entities in order to be able to then move on to cleanse yourself and share your pure self in a different tribe of people. I didn't expect this today for Geminis, but it's so solidly there. Let's see where they're going to lead us here. And this is you taking responsibility. This makes a lot of sense. Take responsibility for where you have led yourself in your life. It's nobody else's fault. If you stay in the victim, which I talked about earlier, about when we feel people's energy on the nourishment card here coming into a room, and we can sense if they're in the victim role. This is the strength of responsibility. You can also sense a person who's truly responsible for who they are, where they've been, what they're doing, and how they're changing. You can sense that when it walks in a room. And it's an amazing feeling. I was watching a guy who was doing a new moon astrological reading this morning, and he spoke so authentically about himself. And it was so productive for other people to listen. And I was thinking, oh my God, this is somebody who should be heard by many, many men out there in particular, because he was a man talking about all the stuff that he'd gone through and how he'd had to change. And he was owning it so boldly. And you could feel his energy was so good. And he was saying, I'm not through it all totally yet, but he was owning and being responsible. And that energy was a great one. So taking responsibility, altering your belief system. This is a big reading, Gemini. This is not one part of you. They're asking you to clean the whole lot up. Because behind any of the roads that you walked down, you held certain beliefs that told you it was okay to do so in the beginning. I mean, then it becomes a habit. And then the energy is so in your field, you've got to really work to get it out. And because you're around people as well that you've drawn in, magnetized in on the wrong level. But this is about the beliefs that took you there. So you've got to dive deep for the next 3 months, or not for the next 3 months. You need to dive deep now in order to cleanse over the period of the next 3 months. Clear out your beliefs. Make a list of what do I, and put your name there and write, what do I, if I was going to do it, I'd be doing, what do I, Linda, or if I was, well, I would use my physical name for that actually, not Demora. What do I, Linda, still believe in that is affecting my life in a negative way? That's how I would do it. And I would write that statement, write the first word off the top of my head, and I would do it for 20 minutes because that helps to shuffle the subconscious around enough to let out some of the inner secrets that you don't even know about yourself. Last card. Oh my God, I'm so pleased at this one. We've got Pachamama, the healing card, because we need it here. And this is about how to get your wisdom. Look at the 3 cards coming down here. We have Sophia the wisdom. This is the life reading that I've done for over 30 years. So become aware of how I do this, because I'm going to be doing this for each astrological sign. I was given this through the divine 30 odd years ago of how to read it. And it's the wisdom card. This is giving us a précis of this reading, a dynamic précis of this reading. And it's Sophia the wisdom that we're trying to bring out and help bring out if we're a Gemini. And the crossroads is there, you already know it, and you will succeed if you listen to what has been said to you in this journey, going from right here to left. This is the way it is. It's the S here, or like this is the symbol, the curved symbol. And you end up with a total healing through the Pachamama spirit of healing. But there's a lot of work to do here, and you need to start now. Do not wait the 3 months to finish this. Start it this week. Go on to my Fast Track to Cosmic Consciousness and have a look at the healing of your shadow self, because this is truly shadow. This is your choice, your crossroads here. Are you going to go the way of the shadow? Or are you going to go the way of the higher self that is on your blueprint? You've already been prepared for this. You already know. I'm getting that a lot of Geminis have known for a long time, but they keep putting it off to make the decisions and put in the disciplines and make the changes. There's huge changes here amongst the company around you, maybe even the place where you live, what you eat, what you bring into your consciousness through what you see, what you listen to. All of it matters. Let's see what card is the goddess watching underneath. With compassion for yourself. Because we do need to have that, because this is a duality problem. This is a part of it, and it's so easy for Geminis to get into that duality, isn't it? Because of the sign that they are. They are the twin, and that is so easy to accept, that you go from shadow to higher self. It's so easy for you to pretend, to act, to become the actor, to put the mask on and off, all of it. But now you need to have compassion for yourself. You chose, Gemini, to come through. You chose to go through this performance, but the performance is over now. The divine needs you in your pure spirit, your higher self, and needs you to do this quickly, to join with the rest of your colleagues on this light path, the light warriors. I'm going to leave you with that. It's a powerful reading here for the next 3 months, Gemini. Take notice of what they are saying to you. Play this video a couple of times if you need to. Download it if you want to, because this is so important. Love and light to everybody out there on this lovely Sunday morning. I love Sundays because I don't do anything at all on a timetable. I just have a think when I get up, and I know now that I'm always going to do a reading on Sundays for one of the astrological signs, but the rest of the day I love just moving with my own energy. So I love Sundays for that reason. Please like the video if this is doing anything for you at all in waking you up. And to help others wake up, we need this to be on the feed. And this week, I don't even understand how this is happening, but I had 3 new subscribers, which is good because I'm a new channel and I'm doing things in a different way to a lot of people. There's no gossip, no drama, no crimes being acted out against you, talked about on here. This is all about you taking your position in your life. And this is how I read, because this is what we really need to know right now as well. And what's happening is I had 4 videos I put out, and I think there were 4 views. 2 of them didn't get any views, and the other 2 got 1 each, and 3 subscribers. I mean, how does that happen? There's something really strange happening on my channel. And if everybody subscribes that actually likes watching, that would be amazing for me, because I'm working really hard at this. I'm not giving up, because I know this is part of my mission, to leave this channel up wherever I travel to do live workshops, live events, which I'm planning to do on the awakening journey, on helping you to wake up. I'm always going to have that channel there as my legacy. And as soon as I can, because I have money coming in and it's nearly here now, and I need to pay somebody to actually help me to get this going. But there are people who try to stop what I'm saying out there, and they're not nice people. And all the help that I can get, I really appreciate here. So even liking the videos when you watch them, also watch them all the way through. Because I think one way people affect your channel is they play them for a couple of seconds, because that then looks like people are not into what you're saying. And I think people do this on purpose. So work with me here, because I really want to still be on YouTube working and with a lot of people watching. Thank you for listening, and thank you for allowing me into your sacred space today. Bye for now.